Okay. Today is Monday, the 25th of July 2022, and here I am visiting a very good friend of mine. His name is Modhan Singh, and he's from St. John Street, Trace in Avocat Village, Fyzabad, Trinidad and Tobago. And here he is. This is Mr. Modhan Singh. Is that your correct name?
Modhan. Modhan Singh.
Modhan. And where were you born?
I born right here in St. John Trace, number 19, but I changed now to 29, St. John Trace, Superior Old Road, Avocat, Fyzabad.
Okay. What year was it?
In the year 1954.
Okay. And since you know yourself, what can you remember about this village? From what you know personally and what other people have told you?
Well, from what I could remember when I was a little guy, well, it is a few houses.
Yeah.
This was one. Over the road there only had one.
Mm-hmm.
Higher up the road had one. And as you're coming into the village, it had one. So there were a few houses there.
From this whole street?
This whole street had just a few houses.
And you,
Down the road had one.
Okay.
So it had few houses then. It is like now populated. Every lot have a house now. So again, it wasn't so before.
But how many houses, the whole area from here to Akbar Trace? These are Akbar Trace?
Yeah, from St. John Trace. I want to check it. Let me see if I have one. Let me see, one junction. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. About 15 houses for the most in the whole village then.
Okay. And you're speaking about
1954 there.
Okay. And how the roadway?
Well, it was always a small road. It was always a small pitch road. It was a small pitch road then. Now it kind of got bigger and
so the area,
little piece of pavement.
So the area was bushy.
Yeah, it was. As you're coming into the village here, we call it the bamboo patch.
Okay.
It didn't have no house. It was a bamboo patch. The whole two side was bamboo.
Mm-hmm.
So we call it careful by the bamboo patch.
Okay.
And just round the corner here to me, it had a tango bean tree, another dark spot again, no houses and thing.
Okay.
So it used to be a dark spot. And just after that, it used to be a shop, it's a Passad Border shop. That used to be, right now the Passad Border is the MP for Fyzabad, father, Lakram Bodo, Dr. Lakram Bodo.
Yeah.
Dr. Lakram Bodo, father, the Passad Border, recently passed away.
Okay.
Recently passed away.
Which school did you go to?
I go to the Avocat Vedic School right on the junction here. Just about.
But when that school was built, you know?
1954. I think that school built, I can't remember exactly now, but they built somewhere around that time, you know.
So the school was built about 2 or 3 years before you were born?
Yeah, when I went to the big school, that same school. But before that, it had an old school.
Oh.
Before that, it had an old school here.
That in an Avocat Vedic school?
Avocat Vedic School here.
So you went to that school?
I went to that school, Avocat Vedic School.
From what year to what year?
Well, I'm 54 now. 5 years. 5 years I went there. Went until common entrance. So if I'm 10, about 12 years.
12 years. You didn't go to secondary school?
Yeah, I got to secondary school.
Which one?
I went to, when I lived there, I went to, it had a school in Pinal called Victoria College.
Okay, I heard about that, yes.
I went to Victoria College, that was in just opposite Kitwaru Junction.
Mm-hmm.
Then from there I went to another school in Kuva. They called Naranjit College.
Oh yeah?
Naranjit College.
Yeah, I know that college.
Right, in that college.
A big building, huh?
Yeah, I went to that college there too. Then after that, I went to technical school, San Fernando, Old Techie College. And
So
then
what course did you do there?
motor vehicle engineering.
Yeah.
Motor vehicle engineering. Mechanics.
Yeah.
Well, I'm a mechanic by trade.
So you got formal training at Technical Institute?
Yeah, I'm formal training. Yeah. Plus, I used to learn trade in a garage. Down more here for junction called Sukhdev Ramlal Garage. They call them as Buds.
Okay.
Buds. That is where we used to do practicals.
And do you remember your teacher in that school?
The teacher
Who was your first teacher?
in technical school.
No, this second.
School, yeah. My teacher from ABC till I leave school, one teacher taught me. He lives just across the road here. Ratan Siram Singh. Teacher Ratan Siram Singh.
He still around?
Yeah. He live in Arangwes now.
So why you remain in one class?
Well, he teach me from ABC till I leave school.
So as you move up, he move up
Different
also.
grade. Yeah. All the way. Well, I heard was then, and I heard was then.
Okay.
So we didn't have plenty different teachers that time. From ABC and we going up the road.
But how many other teachers you remember? Then who was the principal?
The principal in my name, the principal was the Bikram Sao.
Okay.
Bikram Sao.
From the village here?
No, he was from Gasparilla somewhere.
Okay. And yes. He was
teachers.
He was throughout your while you were there, throughout the school, throughout your school life?
He was the principal during my time.
And the other teachers?
Then they had other teachers like Dr. BC, right? We're going by Dr. BC. We had Dr.
The doctor?
No, we had another doctor. Well, we had, different names. We had him a long time, call him Miss Teacher Komal, Mr. Komal.
Okay.
Niranjan Komal, he was our next teacher. Bad teacher, long time, different.
Next.
In school, when you make any mistake, we used to put on 2 and 3 pants. Because when Komal catch you, his strokes for you. You can't play the fool like now in school.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to be straightforward. So you had many other good teachers here.
You know Suklal?
Suklal was actually from your area. What do you call your area?
Pune, Williamsville.
Williamville.
Yeah.
Yes, Suklal was a great teacher in Vedic school here. As a matter of fact, Suklal was he was very good in music.
Yeah.
And if my memory serves me right, Avocat Vedic was the first school to go over radio. And sing under the guidance of
Suklal. Yeah, I know him. He formed Trinidad Orchestra. Pune. He was one of them. Yusuf Khan, he, and there are some other people in that village. A fellow called Fyzabad.
But since he came down in this side and taught in this school here, well, he married to a woman right in Avocat. Formerly she was from beside his village. He married a woman right in Avocat, and I think right there he passed away also in Avocat.
But what about the cultural life of the people here?
Talking about culture,
Yes.
this is the village that have the culture.
Okay.
Because one of the biggest things that this village did was Ramlila celebration. And Ramlila started in 1910
Okay.
at Avocat. They call it Dore grounds. Then it changed to our next ground. Right,
Isn't this Avocat where we are?
the Ramlila started in 1910 in Avocat.
This is not Avocat where we are here.
Yeah, well, this is St. John's Place, Avocat. The whole village, they call it Avocat.
But where is Avocat, the central Avocat?
Well, Avocat is about 2 miles from here.
Okay. Going
Going back to
the-
when you go to Oraput side.
okay.
Going to Oraput or to Fyzabad, that is the Avocat junction.
Okay.
So, in 1910, Ramlila started. And then it shifted into 3 different venues. until it came on the ground here in St. John's Street here,
Okay.
at the St. John's Street Recreation Ground,
Okay.
where in 2010 we celebrated our 100 years Ramlila celebration. And I was the sitting president of the Ramlila committee then. I portrayed the role of Lord Rama for 30 years consecutively.
Okay.
No break, continuously. You know, it's not like I do it for 5 years and I stop and somebody else. 30 years continuously played the role of Lord Rama.
But go ahead.
And this village is a very, very knitted village of the people. Because we not only do Ramlila here, because we have Bhagwa celebration,
Okay.
which is another big culture inside here. Because to me, like every 10 group,
Okay.
10 people, there's a group
Okay.
singing Chautal. Chautal is a big thing.
Okay.
Chautal singing, right? And then the same guy you talk about, the St. John's Tassa,
Yeah.
they came from the Ramlila. Because when the Ramlila started, as president, I had to go to Penal Rock Road and pick up one guy, go Petrace and pick up the next guy, David and pick up the next guy, and we had another guy here, and they used to come and play the Tassa.
Okay. That is for the Ramlila.
That is for the Ramlila. Until we bought the group, the Ramlila group bought a Tassa.
Okay.
Group Tassa. And we leave it by Ramayan Gopi and tell them to practice with the Tassa so that when Ramlila come, they will come and play for us.
Okay.
And this is how the St. John's Tassa is a vibrant Tassa group throughout the world. They don't. All that stem from the St. John's Street Ramlila.
But the Ramnayan Gopi, he has a son in Canada.
Yeah.
I know very well. In fact, I did an interview with him and he told me that he has made CDs, gave him one of the CDs.
I just forget his name, but his home name, I think I know. I wonder if it's Scribby we're talking about here. I think it's Scribby is called, that's his home name.
Okay.
Because he has, because Ramnayan Gopi and he have his brother children also. All of them is the St. John's Tassa.
Well, he trains people in Canada.
Canada.
And where he lives.
Well, inside here, all as a matter of fact, to the Gemini's Orchestra
Yeah.
was from this village.
Tell me about the history of that, if you remember.
When I was a little boy going to school, in the first house, when you're coming into this village, on the left-hand side, there was this old building, with all these fancy decoration and make by hand long time. These old building.
The lattice wood.
Lattice, you call it, right? That is where they used to practice. In Germany, used to practice there.
Okay.
All the members used to come there and they used to practice. And then after that, well, the Ramdev Silochan, he is the man who handled after. He took over and it is, well, that is the name they carry on, the Germany Orchestra. And then he was right on the road there, and that is where he has his home, and they used to do all the practice and everything there. And they did many shows in Trinidad, all over the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, and by extension the Caribbean and Canada and America.
I think
there's two boys living in Canada, in America now, Michael and Steve.
I think I understand there is a Gemini Orchestra in Canada, in America.
Well, that is the same Gemini Orchestra.
Okay.
He had two sons there, one named Michael and one named Steve. I understand they have a recording studio, I understand so. They have a recording studio. And that is where that was one of the things too inside here.
Tell me something about describe what a Ramlila is.
Ramlila is a celebration with Lord Rama and the wicked Ravan. Lord Rama is fighting for good, and Ravan is evil. So it's good over evil.
Okay.
In a nutshell, that's good over evil. So the Ram Lila is the play of Lord Rama. Lila is play. Lila is play. Ram Leela, the Lord's play, Ram play, Ram Leela. So it's a big celebration with hundreds of characters. So anybody who is a Hindu will know about Ram Leela because it's based on the Ramayana. Based on the Ramcharitramanas. The Ramayana, based on the Ramayana. So it's a very, very big. Down here when we have this celebration, there's thousands of people that have coming into the village. Thousands of people with hundreds of different characters. With tassa and then sound system and different type of actors. And everybody jump into the beat of the tassa. It is not just like you're running or something so. You jump into the beat of the tassa.
Jumping or dancing?
Yeah. It is not a running, it's not something that you're running. You jump into the beat of the tassa.
But did you all practice before?
Yeah, well, when I was a little guy, I used to play a different role. And Ramila, as a matter of fact, right over the road here, when I was a little guy, it had Ramila, right where that house stand here, it had Ramila on that ground. Right across the road, that's where that house stand right now.
Right, that was
an empty space there.
Okay.
And that was the Ramila ground.
Okay. So when it moved down to...
And when it here, it moved down the road to where the St. John Chase Ramila recreation ground is now, opposite there. At the next time, it's a land. And that is where we go there. And at night, before the Ramila start, under the instruction from Pandit Mahesh Maharaj, he used to be the tassa, and other people in the village used to be the tassa. And we used to practice how to jump the tassa, how to jump the tassa beat.
Okay, children learning from... The children were learning how to jump, how to dance the tassa beat.
Yes. That is just that you can go there and you have to practice it everything in timing. To jump into the beat, the timing of the tassa. So as a little boy, we learned that, and then as you go along, and Ramila comes out, all the small children taking part, so they actually learning it how. As they come to.
But is it still in existence, Ramila?
Say it again?
Is it still in operation?
Of course, yes. But I, as the second president, leave in the year 2010. I give up the role as president.
Why?
2010. Well, it's time to give up to youngsters.
Okay.
It's time to give up to younger folks, so let the younger folks carry on.
But did you all make any improvement from the years gone by? Did you all make any improvements?
Of course.
In wearing and...
Yes, you see, remember a long time, as a matter of fact, long time when we had Ramila here, it used to start 1 o'clock and finish 3 o'clock. It used to start at 1 and finish 3. When we went down the road, we start at 2 and finish 4. Then we trying to get people from their work to come. And when we went on the ground now, we started to do it from 3 to 5 here.
Yeah.
Hello. 3 to 5. From 3 to 5. From 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
And then, when we get the lights, the whole ground lit up. We start to do the Ramila from 5 o'clock up here.
Until 10?
From 5 to 6 to 3 hours. Around 3 hours. 5 to 6, 6 to 7, some to 8. And then it depends on weather and so on. We start sometime at 6, 5, 6, and we go to 9. And that is how it is now. And we do that in order to capture the people, the
After work people, yeah.
Yeah.
So, what are the wearing apparel, the clothes you wear, or improve it to Bollywood standard?
No. What we did then, we tried to copy the wear that Prabhu Sri Ram had when he had gone to the forest Mother Sita and so on.
Yeah.
The same actual wear. Plenty people thought we should upgrade it.
Yeah.
One person suggested they should put Sita hot pants.
Mm.
So that we say, no, that is not our culture. So we stick to our culture. Although we upgrade our the dhoti.
Yeah.
The dhoti. We had on a nice sew dhoti. No longer we had to tie. We had a nice simple to make a nice sew dhoti. So when you had to put it on,
Yeah.
get a nice dhoti and a nice kurta and jump like that. So and even the crowns and so on. Long time every year we used to go and there's this guy in David. I used to have to go and he used to cut it out and then he used to come and put the nice decorated paper and they were wet. Till that when we open workshop, I see how the guy doing it and the younger folks here a little different talent. We had to cut it out and we started making them ourselves. So we started making crown ourselves. We started sew. People started sew the clothes.
And you had your own tassa?
And we have our own task.
So you need nothing else except the crowd.
So,
What about the making of Rawan?
well, when we started the earliest, there is some older folks. One name is Fasad, like Krishna Rampal. Krishna Rampal, that is his father. Let's call him Sa. Rampal. Then we had a next one who they call him Haros. He was the other one. And then we had who again? And where we used to stay, where we had our workshop, we had another guy there, called him Samuj. Plus I had plenty other guys. And then as we go along, the younger folks, them have the real idea. Them could build anything. Right now we don't have to go outside to get anybody to build anything. These young boys and them, they have real talent. They in fact, what the tallest Ravan I believe in Trinidad would have been inside here. Right? Because when we make it 100 years, I say we want to make the Ravan 100 feet tall. That was a bit difficult to do that. It was a bit difficult. It's too tall. I think what I was wrong, the tallest Ravan is inside here. And comes to the bow. The bow that Lord Rama had to break. To get Sita hand in marriage.
Yeah.
The biggest bow is on herself. Inside his gun. The bow is about 40 feet long. 40 feet. A big bow, 40 feet long. So, and tremendous acting. Inside here, the people have real talent. Real talent.
So was it hard for you to get a replacement?
No.
You were training somebody or somebody?
Yeah. How it goes, like for instance, I played other roles.
Yeah.
Then I come and play different roles again, and then I play the role of Lord Rama. So why I play the role of Rama? I say 50 years I played a role. So I master a role.
Yeah.
Then I had between Lakshman and Bharat and Satyavhan. Then Lakshman come Ram by when I leave. So he done actually he trained already. He know what to do.
Yeah.
And so to the balance of the characters. But as I say, it's 100 year.
Well, due to technical reason, this interview was aborted, so now we're going to resume it. And there is my very good friend, Modhan Singh. Yes, Modhan Singh, let's continue now.
Yes, so we were discussing about the children, about how they used to do if they need practice or training or whatever. In the very beginning, we were training to jump the tassa beat, exactly as the tassa beat, that's how you jump. But as years goes by, as the children from small, they're taking part in the Ramila, and as they're getting older and older, they getting to know it exactly, so they train it automatically.
Okay.
So they don't have to go to schooling for that or any serious lessons and so on. They get it practical from the from the Ramlila ground itself.
So how big was this Ramlila, the characters and so on? How many people participate actually?
Well, actually, in the Ramlila have hundreds of characters in it.
No, but your group, the enactment, how many characters did you have there?
As I say, it's hundreds of, because it have like Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, 4 brothers. Then you have Sita. Then it have Ram father, like Raja Dashrath. Kausilya, Kekayi, Sumitra, those was his 3 wives. Right? He had Ravan. Then his wife was Mandodari. And he had a couple of wives well too. And then he had his sons, all Ravan's sons, and many saints and sages. And many kings, because every little town you go had a kings, many kings. So it's hundreds of roles, hundreds of different roles for many characters to take part in. Because some people like major roles, some people like minor roles, some people like backstage role, some people like front stage role, some people like starring.
Mm-hmm.
So there are all different roles. You know, some people are shy and some people less shy. Some people brave, some people not so brave. So we have roles to fit anybody in any class. So Ramlila is a very big thing. It is a
Did you all have, or do you all have a beautician to beautify the people's face and
Yes.
put powder and...
We have a workshop. We call it the workshop. And in there we have the same players. This one will dress that one face and that one will dress the other one face. So everybody know how to dress one another. This one will tie your sari for you. The other one will tie the other sari. This one will comb your hair. This one will decorate your face. So everybody know, everybody is chipping.
It's a self-contained thing,
Yeah.
right? You don't go outside for any sort of...
Yeah, that's a group. The group is managed by donations. Whatever donation we get, that is what we just take on. It's a 10-day open air celebration. 10 days open air celebration.
There's an open air theatre.
Yeah, it's a open air theatre. It's an open air theatre.
But did anybody film it and show it in...
Yes, a couple of people. In fact, in 2010, we received the first Ramlila group, the St. John's Trace Ramlila group, which is inside here. We are the first group to receive national award, the Hummingbird Silver Medal.
Okay.
I was the president. I went to receive that.
Okay. But you have it here, where it is kept?
Well, I had it. Right now, I don't know whether it disappeared or something.
Okay.
So that we received national award from the president of Trinidad and Tobago that time in 2010, which is George Maxwell Richards.
Okay.
George Mackey was the president then, and that was initiated by our member of parliament. Well, you know how the process of getting a national award. We went through the process.
Okay.
It was instrumented by Chandra Sharma, and then to the Prime Minister, and then the first on the village council. You know the criteria goes through.
But did you ever participate in the village council?
Yes, well, many times. Well, I said this village is a real native village. You know.
Yeah.
Everything that anyone.
But where is the village council located?
The village council used to have its meeting right on the house here.
Oh, that was next door neighbor.
Next door. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it operational?
Yes, it is operational.
But you are a member also?
No, I'm not a member.
You are retired. Okay.
Now I take a little backstage now and give all the youngsters a chance.
But can you name some of the prominent people who have participated or organized the Ramlila for years and years, and they are no longer here, or they have retired?
Well, as I said, in the earlies, it used to take place at Avocat in the year 1910. by, I only know the name, it is with Dory Grungs. I think Dory, I don't know if Dory was a pundit or what. And then it come down to the Grung by Muklal Pandit.
Okay.
It shifted to there. And then it shifted from there, it came across the road here.
Okay.
And that would be when I was when I was 5 years old and so on. So we're talking about 65 years ago. 65 years ago. So when it used to be here, Modhan Pandit used to say the Ramlila. He was the Pandit who used to narrate the Ramlila. He is now deceased and gone. He has his son Kulip Ryan Govardhan. He is also deceased. He was a prominent member.
He was a Pandit also?
He was a Pandit also. And then we have in the village here that I could remember of when we ran the group, the first president was Bhajan Sadhu.
Okay.
Bhajan Sadhu. After Bhajan Sadhu, I think it had Boise. What is his title? Teacher Boise. After Teacher Boise, it had Teacher Haral. Haridat Singh. After Haridat Singh, it had, I think it's Mr. Bipat Hasai. He was a community leader. He died recently. Bipat Hasai. After Bipat Hasai, I think we had Pasad Bodo. He was president also. Pasad Bodo, that is the now MP of the constituency of Fyzabad. That's his father. Then we had other presidents. Well, myself, I did it for 30 years. Modhan Singh, I was president for 30 years. Then we had the next one we called Rodney Ramjet. He was after me. Then we had one we called Nar Singh. And now we have present, we have Gopal Ram Samuj. He is present president.
But, okay.
So there are lots of presidents passed through because normally we should always give a president a 5-year term.
Okay.
A 5-year term. So you get 5 years, and when you want to vote, they vote you, whatever you want. Then you always have somebody who could do it better than you. At least feel they could do it better than you. And that is not right.
So, the money that you run the Ramla with, those are voluntary contributions.
Yeah. It had 2-3 guys. Ram Samuj. We had Ayadadan. We had Raghubar. We had Tom. And they used to walk through the village of St. John Akbar Trace. I remember those days when they finished this whole village. Because people didn't have money, they give it 25 cents.
Yeah.
They get it $325. When you walk through this whole village, St. John Trace and Akbar Trace.
And there are not too many people.
The total is no, and then the money was hard then too. When you go buy some house, they give you 25 cents. I know plenty of people with 25 cents.
Okay.
But whatever it is, we say thankful.
What of houses did they have during when you were small, about the 5-6 years? What sort of houses is it?
Well, right here, this present where we speak right now, here used to be a karat house.
Okay. And this was
a little karat house.
This was your father's home.
Your father's house, yeah.
But you grew up in it?
Yeah.
And tell me what was this?
Well, the situation was not like now, as I say, the karat house, and we had diwal. You know what is diwal? We make with mud, and we used to leap it. We didn't have no chairs and no bench and thing. So when you
Something
come,
like the Mary.
yeah, when you come now, you have to sit on the diwal. Right around the house had the diwal.
Diwal is
Like a seat.
a seat made of mud,
Mud
right? And it goes right around the house. Okay.
So when anybody come, that is the seat. You sit down here.
You sit down is a mud seat,
Yeah,
right?
mud seat here, made of mud.
It's about that is to be like a bank. It's
Yeah.
like a bank.
Yeah, like a bank.
It's about let me see about 1 foot about
Like about a foot
About-
in width,
How-
and about 3 feet and thing, 2.5, 3 feet and thing
yeah
in height.
in height. That is like a bank right around,
And they
right?
make flat on top, and you sit down
Comfortable.
comfortable.
And where you well, that is a substitute for a chair, right?
Yeah, that
And
is-
there's something called a pirha. What is a pirha?
The period high is a piece of wood,
Yeah.
like a piece of board, a flat piece of board,
Yeah.
and then when you cut 2 pieces about 6 inches,
Yeah.
and then you nail it on both sides,
Okay.
and then you sit to get a little height,
It's like a small bench.
like a small bench.
Okay.
So that is
You
what
could
a
just-
period.
Right.
And those days you didn't know, but I say one pipe stand was about a quarter mile from here. So every 3 o'clock in the morning we have to get up and go by that pipe for water. And everybody who have one barrel. And those days we used to make box cat. I remember we made the box cat. And when we pull in the morning, that same Krishna Rampal father used to give me trouble. Because Krishna Rampal and I'm studying that time. And he
Oh.
said we making noise.
Okay. The ball bearing.
Ball bearing making noise. So we just had to go down there and everybody used to be there. So when we had this box cat make with a 4 in. And when we full one, whoever next had a full one, and when we turn come again, we full the next one. And
Okay.
we get one, you have 1 barrel home. We used to take coal tar and paint it coal tar. And pitch, we used to melt the pitch. And when they get a hole, we used to melt the pitch and put it in the barrel. And my father used to do that. And we used to store the water in that, and that water used to be like it for the fridge. It used to be cold, every time it cold. And we had a little sheet of galvanized, old sheet of galvanized. And
To catch the water, to catch the water
to go inside
from the
barrel.
karat, from the karat
The
rope.
karat, yeah, to go and wash your wares and
You drink that water also.
drink it, yeah. When that come up, that strain, when I settle on it, strain. And in the house, then you know, table and so on, because the chulha used to be in the ground.
The chula is the fireside.
The fireside, chulha, the fireside.
Your mother used to stoop down and cook
Yes.
it.
And we used to go down in the bush. Every week we go in the bush and pick up pieces of dry wood that fall from trees, and you bring it home. And your mother would cook from that. And we really have
But did
time.
you have a lot of meat then during that time?
Well, that's a good question. Because the only time we used to get meat is if a relative come, we had to run down a fowl and hold it.
Yeah.
And we had to kill it and thing. And my mother will give the person, the guest there, whoever come, all the nice pieces. And when he had to leave and go, we go get the foot and the wing and the gizzard and all the little ends and so on. But it just tastes good.
Yeah.
And everybody was happy then.
And only that time and during Christmas.
That is the only time we get in it. And then Christmas, I remember Christmas when we go by the shop, when we buy goods. I remember we used to get a case of Solo sweet drink,
Yeah.
fat bottle of Solo sweet drink, and a calendar. And we used to be like real big. When we coming home with that case of sweet drink, we had it. We're showing off, everybody see we get a case of sweet drink.
Yeah.
Couldn't buy that for a long time, couldn't buy. Because we were 10 children in the house here. My father and mother. Father doing cutlassin. My mother selling in the market San Fernando. Buying bori and bhaji for penny and selling 3 cents and making a cent to buying 10 children.
And your father used to work where?
Cutlassin in the field. Contractor with Kulib Gubaran.
Who used to be working as a labor cutlassin.
Cutlassin.
Oh, how much he used to get a day?
Well, the money was small then, and he used to be a drinker. So when you see payday come, half of the money done gone to pay bills for the liquors. And what is to sell in the market. So that is what used to have we going. Because I remember she used to be helping out somebody with a stall. So she used to buy bori and bhaji. And she used to put it on the stall with a little place that she used to get. And if you had tomatoes, I never knew you had to shine them tomatoes all the time. and put it in the stall. There's shiny tomatoes. And
Put it where? Put it where?
on top of the stall to sell.
Yes. You
You have to keep wiping the tomatoes all the time for you to keep a good shine so that customer when they see they will buy.
Oh yeah.
And the ones that rotten, she will just take and cut it out and throw it in the basket, and she'll bring home that for me. And when you come home, well, in the evening time is roti, and morning is roti. 12 o'clock is rice. So whatever rice remain, the next morning we fry it,
Yeah.
which we call fried rice. I don't know if you eat that fried rice yet. Then what I said is put some onion, some oil, onion and pepper, and some salt, and fry up that. And that used to taste good. Up to now I do that. I love it. Still, when I eat that, my workers will say, what you be eating? They don't know about that kind of thing. We from the old school, we know about
Well, there's a thing, basi, you know it's basi?
Yeah,
Basi is still rice. Still rice, yeah.
Still rice. Basibat, still rice. But we used to plant a lot of rice down in the lagoon here. When we plant rice, we used to make 65 barrels. We had a rice box, they call it here. So that 65 barrels used to last for the whole year. And 10 children eating that, you know. So food now used to waste a long time because with the rice, as I say, whatever rice remain, we fry it in the morning. So you're cooking a roti. Rice cook lunchtime again. And evening time you may get roti because normally it's rice 3 times a day because we have rice.
Okay, but another thing, did you all rear cows? Cows?
No, we never mind cow.
But where you buy milk or so?
We used to buy milk long time. And when I milk was 6 cents a bottle, boy. I think it was 6 cents a bottle. Milk was 6 cents a bottle.
And how often you could buy that in India?
How often you could buy that too?
Only when you have been pressed. To make one book per
Yeah, it was well hard. But those days was nice. Because you come like, if we had a little garden here, and we have tomatoes and baigan, you give your neighbor, and your neighbor have peas and curry or something. So actually you have 4 to carry, and your neighbor have 4 also. And I believe time is coming back now. That is happening. But most of the time now neighbors not talking to neighbors, so you don't sharing, you're throwing away.
But long time, people as dog used to be the greatest, dog and fowl. When dog bites somebody, right?
Yeah.
Go in people's yard and fowl.
Fowl go and scratch something there. Proud for that. But you see, as we get older in life, we realize that the times have changed. So I remember my mother used to real call with neighbors, I think. But only she used to call with neighbors and never used to talk to them.
I'm not trying to get you.
I didn't vex with them because we didn't cover them. Yeah.
Well, you play and thing as usual.
Yeah, we play and usual. Yeah. So I say if you crawl with them, we didn't crawl so.
But what the people depended upon here for a living during that time, or even now?
Well, it used to be in the lagoon. Crop time is watermelon.
Okay, what lagoon is that?
Well, we really call it, down here, really the Orpush Lagoon.
The Opus Lagoon. So it starts from Devi and ends here?
Yeah, it starts with Davy and all, Woodland and all them kind of thing. Block Road and all them kind of place and division back there.
So from here until Devi is a flat land,
Yeah, they call it a plain. Is that plain you call it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a big place, a big place.
lagoon, right? Swampy lands.
Yeah, swampy.
But during the crop time, what did they do with the
During
land?
the crop time is watermelon, black eye, bodi, gub, and the small one, remedy dal.
Udi.
These are the things we used to plant. And watermelon.
And then you have the rice.
And then
And you have cassava and edus and so on. You plant all of those?
no, we never used to plant cassava. Cassava was for the hill land. Like around here. My lagoon area is
And okra and so on.
okra is for the hill land.
But you all never planted
We
those?
never planted. We was watermelon and bodi and stuff.
But that was enough income.
Because every day we went and picking bodi, and it was all the children, 10 children, I'll say. we had rice. And when my mother sold in market, and she bring home a bonla bhaji, or a bonla bodi, or some tomato, whatever. When you cook that, everybody eat and everybody happy. Nobody want no special, nobody want chicken, as I say. Chicken is Christmas dish.
Yeah, and family. Visitors dish, right?
So it was very nice long time. I'd like to now look at how this place spent Song and Barong. Long time, but never so. I remember Christmas time, my neighbor had a bar always baked chicken. And everybody waiting when them finish bake. We'll borrow it, we'll bake. Then we finish.
Bake chicken or bake cake?
Bake cake,
Oh.
right? Then the neighbor will use it, and that's how it will go. It looked like no, I remember my mother long time when she baking the cake. Was in the same chulha. Fire below, the pot, the cake inside the pot, and we had a galvanized on top. With fire on top. And that was the oven.
Do you have any chulha here?
Nah,
Okay, I don't have a chulha
gone
here.
modern.
Modern.
Modern gone modern.
Okay. So tell me something, you all had Ramanjag and...
Yeah. We had I remember the first time Pandit Mahesh Maharaj lives just up the road there. So I used to had my garage here. So I used to repair his car and so I said, Babs, how much a Bhagavad go cost? I didn't know the difference between Bhagavad and Ramayana and so on. He said, Sean, don't do Bhagavad because I 3 times a day and it's maybe tiring for the people in your house now, can't you? I said, what to do? He said, Ramayana. I said, alright. I said, how many days? He said, well, you have 5, 7, and 9. But it's same amount of work you put out for the 5 days, 7 days, or the 9 days. So the best thing is 9 nights. I said, right, book it. When you could do it? So you say tomorrow bring a diary. So you bring a diary and tell me so. So I come and tell my father, I say, Pa, on so and so date we have a 9 nights Ramayana here. He said, right, well he was sponsor all the Parasad. When I tell my brother-in-law, he said he was sponsor all the chairs and all the galvanized to make the tent. When I check my next brother, he said he was sponsor all the food. I had a sister in America, she said she was send down the money for all the Parasad and things too. And the amount of cooperation you had a long time. Everybody bringing oil by the keg, salt by the bag, potato by the bag, who planting pumpkin bringing by the van load for you. I remember when we finished the yard, we had a fellow called Spring at a restaurant on buying Fyzabad. The following week would have been his yard. I say, Spring, don't go and buy nothing yet. Wait. Because when I finished here, the amount of things I had, Spring didn't have to buy nothing. And when he finished his yard, somebody else didn't have to buy nothing. So you want a donation, people used to give you a long time. That alone do anything. And food. Cooking food to feed the village. Well, all the invitees and hundreds of people. Hundreds of people. They call it Bandara style. In fact, they used to call my father Bhandari Babu. He used to cook big time in big time kitchen. And explain why it's Bhandari. You know, see we cooking, we're going Bandara. Bandara I mean big cooking. And the Bhandari is the cook who is in the Bandara, the kitchen. So the Bhandari, they call my father Bhandari Babu. He was a top cook. Because anybody could cook by sea salt and pepper to trade for a big large amount and big bandara pot. You had to know what you're doing. My father and he had a couple of people in this village, verse. Them old boys and them. Verse.
But they had over here, they had anybody, the Jari people and so on, like, say Hindu people.
Well,
But tell them what is Jarin.
Jarin, like, if a scorpion sting you, right? You could go and Jarin that and not get good. Jarin is a praise to the sea.
But they have all sort of prayers.
Prayers is prayers. Is Hindu prayers. Mantras. Let us see. When they see that, let's copy the word in your again. Like if you get Malju, for instance. You know, I think people get too bad. And the only thing to solve Malju is Hari. Look at another thing. I get real sick period, I nearly died. And when I got by all them doctors and things, final thing I had to go right down the road, I have a guy called Sukram. and I had to go and
We had jaundice or what?
jaundice, and he take the Therian, he take the dove grass and mustard oil. And the first day coming to Jeremy, the back day, I walked from there to here. The second day, Jeremy, I walk up the step. The third day, I did it 5 days, and I was good.
No, there's a fellow in the hospital right now suffering with that, and his wife, they get him out of the hospital to do jarring.
Well, the doctors,
The jaundice, they call it jaundice.
the doctors and like when the children born with that, and I put them in an incubator like, and there's the light to burn it out. But if the doctors just tell the parent,
Yeah.
carry the child and get the child jarry, go by the pill, they jarry the jaundice, and it's cured.
But there are certain people specialize in jaundice, you know.
Well, as I said, there are certain mantras you have to learn, and I believe you have to learn that on a Diwali night. That's why not any day you could go and learn that. On a Diwali night, you just have to go and learn them then. But that will teach you the mantras, and from then on you could see it.
When my father is a jarry, when we go in the garden and scorpions sting us on him. Jarry,
Yeah.
dog bite you, jarry. You know? If you have a headache, my mother is a jarry with a broomstick. So that is, I wonder how many pandits you had here during that time. Even now.
This village had my Hayes Pandit. He has his father-in-law, who is another Pandit. It had one of his brother, Keso Pandit. Keso Pandit. Let me tell you Pandit again, it had in the village. I think that is about the Pandit, and there were two Pandit then. And then the children become Pandit now because the Pandit Maximar's son now is one of the senior Pandit Narendra Maharaj Pandit, my son. He's one of the senior Pandit here right now. We have a next guy named Robin, that is, I say Mahesh's brother, grandson,
I thought I call Robin Maharaj.
Robin Maharaj.
He just be on TV or radio and so on.
No,
Is he
no, no,
there?
no. Yeah,
That's a different man.
I don't see him. He not Trinidad.
When did you all get electricity in this place? Yeah. How old were you then?
I can't remember that. Probably about, let's see, 40, 45 years ago, I believe.
45 years old.
Could be more, could be less.
You're talking about the 70s then?
Yeah. It had to be before 70s.
Okay.
Oh yeah. It had to be just before the 70s because in 1970 Masana Bahar come out when we used to go and see Masana Bahar there. And it had current. So it had to be in probably late 60s.
But did people grow sugarcane here?
No, in this village no.
And cocoa and coffee?
Inside here no sugar cane, no coffee, no cocoa.
Not in the outer areas like Avocat, further down. What they grew except vegetables? Nothing? And rice?
On the outskirts here what they had there? It used to have what? Mango, they had mangoes, oranges.
No, they had orchard, orange.
Yeah, oranges. It's had that.
Estate big in a big way?
No. Like people who had land, they probably have an acre or half acre or so on.
So,
Not more than that.
so the people more or less were employed in the oil industry, I think?
Few people.
Few people.
But most of the people in the village here were gardeners. They were gardeners. And few people here, the men used to probably go and work with contractors and Kulip Govardhan Para, Govardhan Pandit. He was a big contractor. Many people employed with him from this village. And that's it. Otherwise most of the people, everything was garden. Gardening. And
Cars wasn't much.